Hi everybody and welcome to Rose Sky Tarot. Now this reading is for Taurus for the 21st of January 2019 and it's a general reading, so it may not suit everyone, but hopefully there's a message here just for you. Enjoy! Okay, let's have a look at these top three cards. Now we have the Two of Cups, the Four of Swords and the Six of Swords. Now, has there someone come into your life and that there has been a connection formed between you, a heartfelt connection, and it seems to be moving quite quickly, and you just seem to be kindred spirits, and the attraction is quite a heavy one. But is it maybe moving too fast for you? Because it looks as though you need to take some time away to think, and calm those feelings down a little bit so that you can work everything through in your head and come up with, a plan or a better understanding of how you're feeling at this time. And that could be because have you maybe been in a similar situation before? And that turned into one that was very hurtful for you because a lot of harsh things were said that you still carry with you. And, it could be that, because of the rocky experience that you've had in the past, and because you've came forward now into a better place, that some of the things that have been said, or even, self-criticism, because it may not always be about what the other person has said. It could also be the things that you're saying about yourself. So, there's a quandary there that, you may feel the attraction, but you're fighting it. Now let's put these over to the side and have a look at the larger reading. Now we have the Death card, the King of Pentacles, and the Seven of Wands. Now, has there been something that you've had to give up on in the past that had hurt you very, very deeply and put you into a low spiral, almost to depression? And you were holding on to that. You had such a hope about that relationship. But it's something that you've had to realise that there wasn't really much hope in it, and that has been very damaging in itself, because the person that you had those feelings for was someone that you found very attractive, and you really thought that there was something there. But this person had used maybe their charisma or charm or position or, power, masculine power to win you over. But that may have been the extent of the involvement that that person wanted. Whereas, you maybe have been looking for more because you've had so many negative feelings and trying to hold on to something about this person that, they didn't want to give. So it could be that you were more something that they just wanted to experience rather than a person they really wanted to have a real place in their life. And that can be quite difficult, and it could be that once that's been realised, it's very understandable that you could be offended by that, and your reaction to that may be that you pull away because you have to defend yourself against the hurt that's coming from this person. And whether they meant to hurt you may be a little bit debatable, because it could be that that is just their nature. But, those feelings that you have had are not diminished, whether or not they meant to hurt you or not. Now let's move on to the next set of cards, and we have the Hermit, the Two of Swords in reverse, and the Queen of Cups in reverse. Okay. Now you have pulled away. You've taken some time out for yourself because this has affected you so greatly that you need to go away and think about everything that's happened and think about how you are feeling, and maybe even ask for some help or guidance in how you're feeling, because this Death card over here is telling me that you've lost hope, you've lost interest in possibly life and going out and socialising. So it has greatly affected your life. And you feel that you have maybe been lying to yourself that this person ever had any feelings for you. And it's something that you really didn't want to accept because you'd put yourself in a place of vulnerability in allowing this person into your life. And, you wanted to believe that there was some feelings there. But because, this realization has came to you that, the feelings that you had for that person may not have been as real as you thought. Or you may be thinking that that person took advantage of you a little bit. And that, you're never going to put yourself in such a vulnerable position again. So there's a lot of different feelings going on, and it's about perception. And it could be that that's why you've pulled back, to try to figure things out in your head, and try to be insightful so that you're not hurt in the future. Let's move down to the next row, and we have the Devil card, the Ace of Swords, and the Eight of Pentacles. Now, even though you've been through all of this and you've pulled back and, realised eventually, even though you didn't want to accept what was going on, you've maybe realised that it wasn't what you thought it was. But you could still be, tempted by this person because there's something about them that has a hold on you. And they just seem to bring your shadow side out. And, every time you see or think about that person, all the loss and low feelings and the loss of hope, and still wishing that there was something real there, all come flooding back. And, it's something that's taken time for you to realise and become clear in your head about the reality, and you've had to take the time away for this to happen. But because you've now got the clarity, and you've thought it through, then the plan would be to begin working on moving forward, and to get your life back, because you have pulled away. Are you maybe still not involving yourself in a real way in your friend and family life? So it could be that, now that you've worked things through on a personal level, it's maybe time to begin working on those relationships again, and focus on bringing yourself back into a worthwhile life, a life that's full, and it will take work. But if you're dedicated and, try not to pull back again, then you will make steady progress in it. Now let's move on to the next set of cards, and we have the Ten of Wands, the Fool card, and the King of Swords. Now, this feels like a heavy burden. It feels that you've lost so much. And even though you're beginning to come out the other end, because you can understand and see the way forward now, and you're beginning to take action on it to build your life back up. But it still feels a heavy burden on your shoulders. And there's so many things that you have to do that it can sometimes feel that it's just too much. Because it feels as though you're having to begin everything all over again. And it can be a bit scary because, you've been through so much and your trust may not be there. But the thing is that this card is also about looking at the ideals and having faith that you'll attain those ideals. And it's about having a fresh start, and seeing things as an adventure rather than a chore. And if you look at it in those ways, that, every step along the way in building this life back up is, an adventure that you're going to have each day, then, logically, each step you take should become a little bit easier. And as long as you keep your communication lines open and be truthful with people about how you're feeling, then, each step you take will be in the right direction. Let's bring these cards back in. Now we have the Two of Cups, we have the Four of Swords and the Six of Swords. Now, there has been a connection that has came recently. And, it's something that may be overwhelming for you. And my thoughts are taking a tangent to not that it may be someone new, but that it may be someone returning. Because is that why you have to regroup and take some time away? And consider whether or not you want to go back down this path. Because of the hurt that has happened, it may be a path that you are struggling against. Because in going to the Six of Swords, it has been a rocky story that you've had with this person. And a lot of things maybe have been done or said, but I'm beginning to think that this may also be self-criticism, and that you may be inhibiting yourself from moving into calmer waters and returning to a happier place. So it could be that, you may be a little bit troubled about this person coming back into your life. But if you use the knowledge that you have, use your intellect, and work things through, use the clarity that you've learned, and make a plan of what you want to do, of what you will accept and what you won't, and communicate this very clearly, then is there an opportunity here? That is a question. Okay, I'm going to leave it there, and I hope that this has answered a question for you. Even though you have been left with a question about whether you continue here. So I'm going to um, leave you, and hopefully next week there will be a little bit more clarity on the situation for you. But even if this reading hasn't reflected the path that you're going down at the moment, then hopefully at least one or two of these cards will answer a question that you have going on at this moment. All right, I'll see you next week. Bye.